One of my favorite apps is by Eaton. This one, it's yellow. That says FC2. It's for fault current. And it is extremely helpful, all right? It'll do single phase. It'll do three phase. Let's look at single phase. Keep something simple. And then you immediately go to add to your system. If you have to add a transformer because maybe you have a pad-mounted transformer that has a data plate that has all of the information, then you can use that. If you only need to do the conductor run, let's say that your utility company, the electric company, already gave you the number, and down in Florida, FPL, Florida Power and Light, will provide a letter telling you what the available fault current is at the secondary taps of your transformer that is owned by them, okay? So all you're gonna need to do is, let's say they gave you a number, and here's a typical number, and let's call it 32,000, all right? And this is the available fault current at the secondary taps, and then line-to-line voltage is just going to be 240. Make that simple, okay? We don't have to put in available fault current for line to neutral because they typically give it to you line-to-line, 32,000 for example. Now, what you have to know is the length of the run. The length of the run is how far is it from the secondary taps to the house. So if it comes down a pole and over, or if it comes from a transformer, you kind of have to measure that. And let's say it's approximately 90 feet, okay? And one's in feet. We're not running parallel, so this is just one conductor per phase. And you look at what they ran over. If it's overhead, it's going to be really small, all right? If it is not overhead and it's underground, it'll probably be bigger. So let's say it's something that's coming in overhead, and we'll just call it a 1/0, which typically comes in. And often they'll just provide aluminum. Let's just say they're using copper, and it's not a cable, it's a single conductor. If it was a cable, such as triplex, something you're gonna put underground, you would put a 3-conductor cable, all right? And there is no conduit type in this particular instance because it's an overhead, so I would just use non-magnetic. You add this to the system, and what it does is it automatically gives you the information you need. So the available fault current, line to neutral, is 8,500, right? The line-to-line fault current is 8,947. You can create a label from this. You can email it. So let's say I wanted to create a label, and you can email it to yourself. You can email it to the electrical inspector, and this is really helpful. So this is how you comply with 110.9 out of the National Electric Code for available fault current, and now you know how much your fault current is. So now you know that with 8,900, you don't need to get a service disconnect with a very high rating. Okay, this is the Building Code Forum. Hope you liked it. Bye-bye.